Hi, this is AstroQueen Astrology report about the Cancer new moon that just happened on July 15th, 2015. This energy is going to be active all the way until the Cancer full moon. So it'll be active for a while. It's definitely worth talking about. Okay, so this energy is likely to throw us some curveballs, and these curveballs are likely to be close to home. All I have to say is this moon is messed up. It looks like it is all about shock and all, and it's likely to hit like be very emotional shocks and all. Like I said, could hit close to home. It's like before you've even processed the first initial blow, then you're blindsided with something else that just sends shockwaves that are likely to be felt long into the future. Without a question, there could be a lot of like crazy twists and turns with this energy. It's like you're heading in one direction and then something happens and then you're sent in a completely different direction. Lexi. This energy is bringing changes. And some of these changes are likely to be super exciting, and then some of them are likely to be super scary, or some of them are likely to be so exciting they're super scary. Others' behaviors might be a little odd, unusual, perplexing, maybe even clinically insane. At this time, it'll be hard to figure others out. If you were expecting a certain reaction from others, you might be disappointed. You could get a completely odd reaction from others, in something you were never expecting. Maybe somebody's always acted in a certain way, and then you're expecting them to react in this way, and they just go ballistic. Or instead of going ballistic, they're just completely cool and calm, and oh, okay, whatever. This could also mean like terrible reactions or over the top reactions, unusual reactions, erratic emotional reactions. And then some people just might have an emotional breakthrough and just not even care. They're just tired of the drama. There could be some people that get unusual requests or demands made of you at this time that seem almost bewildering or stupid, that will almost make you laugh, or in some might make you laugh. And just when you think you've heard it all, another bomb drops, and that will maybe even make you reconsider your previous position or something like that, or turns the situation into like an Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. And it's like you feel like you've fallen down the rabbit hole. It's just reality seems almost unreal at this time. Just like a flash of lightning, something could change about your life, and nothing is ever the same again. Unforeseen and unbelievable changes can occur, that just completely shake up matters surrounding the home, family. Events could seem really confusing, ever turning, and almost hard to keep up with. Our routines may seem more messed up and may experience wild change of plans at this time. Habits may be completely restructured, and life may almost seem like completely turned on its head. With this influence, you may experience obsessive or manipulative tendencies, either from others, by others, or maybe you might get a little more manipulative with others. And that's a little scary because some people may or may not even notice the way they're acting or the way they're treating others with this energy, especially those sitting at a lower vibration. They could turn into major bullies with this energy. Some people, um, some people may have gotten what they wanted a lot in the past, and they just want more. Nothing's ever enough. And so they're just nothing you give them ever makes them happy. So On top of that, they aren't likely to play nice either. So there's going to be some really dirty players out there. That are just looking to control your movements or control the way what you say or control what you do or control how you do it, or if only their way is the best way. And if you defy them, they could be the type of person that will just decide they're going to make you pay. Um, and it could be somebody you least expected. This energy likes the shock, so it's like you would not be expecting this kind of behavior from these people. Um, and so it'll seem like these bullies just jump out of nowhere, but really, if you think about it, you'll realize that they've been around all along. It's just it might be a little more in your face now. It's like you already gave them all the time and money and your lunch money and everything that you could give them. You made the mistake of just grinning and bearing it and taking it on the chin, and now it just fed them. Now they want more and they want more, and they've decided to cause a mess, and they're coming back for more. But at the same time, this energy is saying enough is enough. So it's time to take a stand. This can end up being very destructive for bullies, but as well as innocent bystanders that may or may not want to be involved in this, but are feeling pressured by these bullies to take sides or whatever. There's a real polarization, and there's a childish us against them mentality that some people, some lower vibe people, will try and throw around. On a more serious note, this energy could end up blindsiding you with emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and even physically abusive manners, especially surrounding the home, family unit, and your emotional well-being, could experience a sudden and dramatic shift as a result. You might learn more about others, or more than you wanted to. This energy likes to enlighten us and influence sharp and ever-changing shifts in opinion, and this would apply to public opinion as well. So public opinion is likely to go experience major shifts in how they feel and their thoughts regarding various things. So one thing coming to mind kind of made me think about gun control. But also leaders and other matters. One thing that I noticed is that no one's going to act normal, and it's going to be really unstable and unpredictable energy. So it's like, don't expect the norm. What might have been stable in the past may not be as stable after this new moon. You just gotta watch being too emotionally attached to certain outcomes. You gotta remain objective, which is gonna be harder with this energy, but if you realize that your objectivity has been diminished, you can work on making sure that you are detaching from the situation and you're looking at it objectively. And becoming disappointed in others' shortfalls, because you're going to experience that quite a bit, where you're expecting a certain situation or reaction or that person to come and save you or whatever, and they are likely to surprise you and they're not going to be there or whatever. At the same time, you could have people that come to your rescue that you weren't expecting either. With or without realizing it, you might begin to break away from certain aspects of your life, your home, your friends, your group of friends, or even people you might have considered family. A friend or family member might have some shocking or surprising news at this time, which can lead to sharp shifts in dynamics. Some people could experience some heart-wrenching events that suddenly change everything. There's a big life, death, rebirth energy. So there could be some people that suddenly lose loved ones and in shocking, surprising ways. even without something that dramatic, a lot of families are going to experience a family shakeup or shake-up in their family routine, or a family member might decide to move on or break free or part ways with other family members. Some could experience family drama, obviously, and others might end up avoiding this drama, but end up having some sort of change to the home itself. So you might decide to change something about a room or a few rooms or your yard or your home, or do some major work or renovations or change the look. And then there could be some people that just end up moving altogether. There could also be a higher likelihood of accidents around home, or you could, especially if you're experiencing a lot of emotional distress at the house. In some cases, there could be problems involving water or flash flooding, that could just be emotionally disrupting to you, suddenly just emotionally disrupting. And then some people could have to renovate and move because of that. All I know is that this energy is about change. Um, and you're way better off to embrace the change than to endure the pain of trying to resist it. Depending on how you just fare in these changes and you decide to handle these changes, just depends on how much this energy is going to hurt or not. Sometimes you may need to make minor to major changes in your life, but I see many of us might have trouble being proactive about making these changes and end up putting them off. Pretend that everything is okay when it isn't. If you decide to ignore that feeling and those warnings and decide to not voluntarily make those changes, then the universe might end up making those changes for you. And when the universe decides to make those changes for you, it's usually not very pretty, it's not very fun, it's got a shocking, paralyzing effect to it that takes your breath away. It's like unreal. Um, and it's not just a shock for you, it's a shock for everyone around you too. This influence is forcing many to have major wake up calls that just basically shake us to our core, to our emotional core. It might be that you see something about someone that you didn't notice before, and this could be a positive thing or a negative thing, or you could have a change of heart about somebody in your life, positive or negative. There, some of this could be due to bias or previous health bias, one way or another, or new information surfaces that makes you rethink this person, um, that could even cause you to have an emotional revolution of sorts. Either way, it looks like some people, relationships, and possessions could disappear from our lives and end up distancing themselves from you, or you could end up distancing yourself from them and voluntarily move away, um, emotionally or physically or whatever. If this experience, if you experience some sort of separation from another, take heart in the fact that the universe will always replace it with someone or something usually more fulfilling and better for you, or better suited for you. If you're focused on the problem, you're more likely to feel the erratic, anxious, emotional side to this energy a lot more. If you're focused on the solution, then you're likely to feel a lot better than that and more optimistic and more likely to find the perfect solution that you were so desperately searching for. A better opportunity than you were originally putting up with, too. Instead of wasting this genius energy on being stressed, anxious, and emotional, try focusing it on the new possibilities these changes offer. Instead, and it will help you open your eyes to opportunities you likely never even thought were possible. As a result, you will feel relief and happiness and hope for the future and excitement, and that was likely lacking in the past. These events are meant to open your eyes to something big, something important that you would have missed otherwise. It is meant to give you a big emotional call about something that needs to change. If you find that people are hurting you, um, but refusing to see their ways, you may have to distance yourself until they either wake up, and then in some cases they may not wake up at all. But it's important that they treat you in a respectful manner, and a lot of people may not know how to do that at this moment. As hard as it is to believe, there is a reason for these upsets. There is a reason this has all come to the surface. It's to force you to open your eyes to these experiences so that they don't happen again. Um, there will be, it will open up new possibilities and new options that you didn't have in the past. It's like a game of Jenga. All these things shift, and then it's like all these new opportunities get thrown in your way. Once you stop dwelling on others and concentrate on what's best for you, it's almost like these opportunities might just almost jump out at you. The good thing is that this energy can bring you events that take you by surprise. It can be in a more negative fashion, but it can happen in a very positive way too. You could experience stressful changes in your life that actually end up working in your favor in the end. This energy is great for problem solving and coming about to great ideas. But if you're too focused on others and too focused on being upset, you're likely to miss them, and you won't be able to take advantage of the benefits of this influence. Depending on how you ride out this energy, um, you could have some shocking disappointments followed by some things that almost seem, or events that almost seem heaven sent. The thing to remember is that others can't dictate how you feel. If you feel hurt, you're allowed to be hurt. If you're feeling emotional, you're allowed to be emotional. If you're angry, you're allowed to be angry. And if you're angry, there's likely a really good reason why you're angry. You just might take a little bit to figure out what happened. Were you slighted? Were you ignored? Were you invalidated? Um, Once all that is over, it's important to know that you don't have to remain unhappy. No outside source can make you happy or unhappy. You're the only one that can make the steps to bring yourself happiness. The best thing you can do with this influence is to expect the unexpected, to try and let things roll off your back. And if you can manage this, even the stressful situations in your life, if you can keep a focus on positive things and bettering yourself and your own life, you're likely to experience a great relief, leaps in personal evolution, serendipitous events, and fortunate coincidences. For more information, please like AstroQueen Astrology on Facebook and subscribe to AstroQueen Astrology on YouTube. Thank you.